Anbernic is back at it again, and if you've been keeping tabs on retro handhelds like we do, maybe with your coffee in one hand and an emulator open in the other, then you'll want to sit tight for this one. Say hello to the Anbernic RG477M, the company's latest addition to their ever-growing line of Android-powered gaming handhelds, now leaked ahead of schedule. This one's shaping up to be a sleek fusion of power and portability, designed with just enough grunt to handle everything up to PlayStation 2 and Nintendo Wii. Yes, you heard that right, Wii in your pocket. So what exactly is the RG477M bringing to the table, and why are retro gaming fans getting excited like it's Christmas in July? Let's unpack all the juicy details. A familiar but compact design. Earlier this week, Anbernic gave us the teaser equivalent of a wink, showing off a mystery handheld but keeping mum on the specs. That's not unusual for Anbernic, who loves to let the community do the digging while they stay quiet until launch day. But of course, the internet did its thing. Thanks to YouTuber Nitrix and some good old-fashioned leaks, we've now got a clear picture of what the RG477M is all about. First up, the device features a 4.7-inch LTPS IPS screen. And yes, that's the same beautiful 1280 by 960 pixel panel found in the RG slide. For the spec nerds, that's a 4:3 aspect ratio, perfect for classic console games. This means you get near-perfect scaling for N64 games, 4x integer scale, and respectable 2x scaling for more demanding systems like Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, and even Wii. If you've used the RG slide before, you already know this screen is no slouch. Vivid colors, decent brightness, and just enough pixels to make SNES and PS2 look crisp without going overboard. Powered by a familiar beast, Dimensity 8300. Under the hood, things start to get even more interesting. According to Nitrix, Anbernic is reusing the MediaTek Dimensity 8300 chipset from the RG557, and honestly, that's a brilliant move. Why reinvent the silicon wheel when you've already got a solid performer? This means we're looking at a handheld that can comfortably handle Android gaming, demanding emulation, hello again PS2 and Wii, and multitasking without sounding like it's about to take off from a runway. The Dimensity 8300 is a beast in the mid-range chip market, and while it's not going to challenge Apple's M2 or Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 anytime soon, it's more than enough for retro and current-gen Android titles. Pair that with likely 8 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and a generous chunk of UFS storage, and you've got yourself a buttery smooth handheld experience. While exact memory and storage specs haven't officially leaked yet, it's safe to assume we'll see something similar to the RG557. Possibly 128 GB internal with microSD expansion. A mix of RG557 power and RG slide portability. Here's where the RG477M really shines. It's shaping up to be the middle child in the best way possible. You get the muscular performance of the larger RG557, but with the compact, portable body that fans of the RG351 and RG405 loved. If the slide felt a bit gimmicky to you or too bulky, the RG477M looks like it'll slide, pun intended, into your daily carry bag a lot more comfortably. From what we've seen, it's rocking a familiar Anbernic aluminum shell, sturdy, premium, and that perfect mix of retro and modern vibes. Expect the usual quality build, responsive D-pad, tactile face buttons, stacked shoulder triggers, and those satisfying analog sticks. No word yet on Hall sensor sticks, but given the price bracket this handheld is likely to land in, that might be a stretch. Still, ergonomics should be solid, and it looks like this will be one of the most travel-friendly handhelds with enough horsepower to tackle even late-era 6th-gen console games. Emulation Goals, up to Wii on the go. The real headline here is that Wii and PS2 games are in play, and the RG477M might be your smallest device yet that can handle them. Thanks to Android-based emulators like EtherSX2 for PS2 and Dolphin MMJR for GameCube Wii, this handheld will punch well above its size class. Of course, not every game will run at full speed. Don't expect to play Shadow of the Colossus or Metroid Prime 2 flawlessly, but titles like God of War 2, Resident Evil 4, F-Zero GX, and Mario Kart Wii, totally doable with some tweaks. The best part? That 4.7-inch 4:3 screen is ideal for these older systems, which means no weird stretching or ugly black bars. Everything will just look and feel right. Battery life, software, and other goodies. We don't yet know the battery size, but the RG557 had a 5000 mAh battery, so a similar or slightly smaller capacity is expected here. That should give users a good 4 to 6 hours of gameplay, depending on what they're emulating or running. As for the OS, Android 13 is the likely candidate here, and if Anbernic keeps the bloatware to a minimum and offers a clean launcher, fingers crossed for Emulation Station or at least a custom front-end. This could be a dream for folks who like tinkering with layouts and themes. Other goodies like Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and USB-C charging are expected, and don't be surprised if this one supports fast charging too. Given that the RG557 came packed with modern conveniences, it's safe to bet the RG477M won't fall far behind. Global launch incoming. While there's still no official word on the release date, all signs point to a late July 2025 launch, meaning the handheld could hit Anbernic's global store within a couple of weeks. Pricing is still unknown, but based on the hardware and recent trends, expect it to land somewhere between $179 and $229, depending on configuration and early bird offers. We'll keep our eyes peeled for an official reveal and pre-order details, but if the leaks are even 90% accurate, this one's going to be a hit in the handheld world. Start dusting off those ISO files your portable Wii, PS2 Dream Machine is almost here.